Why was Minecraft version 1.9, also known as the Combat Update, the most controversial update? Now, although while the update was relatively minor, it had a big influence on the game and received a lot of controversy. I will present the facts with no bias, trying not to bash the update too much, but let's get right into it. Before version 1.9, Minecraft had an entirely different system of melee combat. It was all about spam clicking to do damage. There's no sweeping attack, no melee timer, no shield or second hand, and swords still reigned superior to the axe. Despite its apparent simplicity, the previous combat system actually had a higher skill ceiling than it does today. There's a strategy involved, such as when to rush forward, strafing, and accurate clicking. Casual players found it easy to get into PvP and have a good time, but the skill gap was immense. When Mojang released version 1.9, servers were forced to upgrade for mods, plugins, and more, which caused chaos within the PvP and competitive communities. Many PvP servers disappeared forever, and the bigger ones like Hypixel integrated and backloaded the old combat system into all their minigames and PvP events. Nowadays, there are two main types of PvP servers: those that run on the classic 1.8 or modern day servers that implemented the old combat system. This is a headache for modders and server developers, but it still works. 1.8 PvP had never been more popular than it is today, which is a problem for Mojang due to this slap in the face about their underwhelming update. But how did this update affect casual players? Well, most people didn't have a strong opinion either way about version 1.9, but it affected casual players more than you think. Survival Minecraft's PvP got way easier in version 1.9. Once you get a shield and some iron armor, you're effectively unkillable besides accidental falls and surprise creepers. Taking on hordes of mobs is still difficult, but it takes way longer to take them out than it used to. Despite this, Mojang didn't add new balanced weapons or anything to make PvP more interesting. All we got added was the shield. It's been 4 years since the release of the Combat Update 2.0 Custom Snapshot, which had hints of being added to the game in the future update. The update fixed some of the complaints people had, like nerfing shields, making attacks overall faster, and removing the sweeping attack for swords without having the sweeping edge enchantment. However, it's been 2 years since the Reddit post for this video was made, and we still don't have any official news of it being added to the game. Some people might see this as Mojang's doubling down on bad feedback instead of providing a simple solution, like the ability to toggle combat styles on and off. The combat update was actually released in version 1.9, which was supposed to focus on the combat changes, but it turned out to be one of the least cohesive updates ever released. The Elytra, End Cities, and End Ships were also released in this update, which was a pretty major change to the End. However, the End still feels empty and unfinished, and there's not much to do in the End Islands other than finding the cities and looking for the Elytra. Back then, there were a lot of complaints from casual players that the environment felt lackluster, and many features, biomes, and other things felt really empty and lifeless. 1.9 didn't focus on what people were really asking for, and the combat changes caused such a divide that the gap between groups and subgroups of Minecraft communities grew larger and larger. However, there were some good things that came out of the combat update, such as the overhaul of the skeletons' animations and AI. Skeletons got smarter and shot faster, becoming much harder to deal with, and it gave them a lot more life and added to the overall scariness of nighttime in the game. The Elytra also continues to be one of, if not the best item in the game, and a huge goal to work toward in your Minecraft worlds. So in conclusion, version 1.9 was a significant change from the old combat system, and it caused a lot of uproar, especially among PvP and competitive Minecraft communities. Though it made PvP easier for casual players, it didn't really do much for PvP except add a shield. Overall, it was an underwhelming update that didn't live up to its name.